afternoon. Thank you for tuning into ProsTalk. ProsTalk is Buildy's online platform that uh, interviews and provides free advice and free insights, free services from certified professionals. And Buildy po, it's the one-stop shop for anyone that builds. We had a series with a company called VST, uh, and they carry a slew of products that really helps improve the business and the home. For today's session, we will be joined by the project solutions engineer of VST, and his name is DJ Biñalizo. Hi, DJ.
Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon. Thank you for again being part of ProsTalk today. I think the topic is very suitable, no, for everybody because our work from home has not changed yet, and there's a forecast that it might continue to be like this until the first part of 2022. So, having said that, can you walk us through the solutions that you have for your home and small business, DJ, when it comes to security and communication? And DJ, if they want to contact your company, they can just go to your Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube accounts, right?
Yes, ma'am. That's very possible po.
Yes.
So, our lines are open.
Yes. PH. All right. That looks nice. Go ahead, sir.
So, hi. Good afternoon again. So, thank you for the opportunity that you gave us. And my name again is DJ Biñalizo, Product Support Engineer from VST ECS Philippines. And today, we will be sharing to you home application solutions offering of different products that we cater in our group, which is Panasonic, PCVs, Poly, and APC will be shared by my colleague later on, Sir Dan. So let's start with Panasonic. So of course, almost everybody is working at home. So every people is staying at home. So it is best to have an intercom system to add security and for us to be able to see if there is a visitor and we can grant access to them. So Panasonic has a very broad uh, product portfolio with them, and one part of it is the Panasonic intercom. And we have this, the VLSW274, which is a Panasonic wireless intercom. So it is consists of a door station, the one that we can see on the left side, and then we have the main monitor unit on the middle, and the wireless part here is this one, the wireless handheld substation. So what's with the VLSW274? So I will be sharing its features. So the monitor itself has a 7-inch wide color display, so it's very good for us to see who is knocking on our door, who is pressing the doorbell. And this intercom system is very flexible. Okay, let's just wait for the slide. So it is we can expand the unit, so it's not just a 3 devices, so we can expand it up to total of 6 units. So actually we can add 2 door stations, so we can put it on our front door or back door or front gate and back gate for security purposes. And then we can have 1 main unit and 3 additional extension units, so for us to be able to see anything na nangyayari sa labas as long as there is an extension unit near us. So aside from the 3 extension unit that is possible to be installed, so we can install up to 6 wireless handheld substation. So this is wireless up to 100 meters of coverage with the main unit. So anywhere in the house, you can bring it. So you will never miss a knock. So you will always see if someone is at your door, at your gate, you can always check them, since you can always bring your wireless handheld substation anywhere in the room.
DJ, quick question lang. Siyempre, because of COVID, this device, yung outside ba, do they need to touch it? And if they do touch it, how do you clean it?
Yes, ma'am, it still need to be pressed para gumana po. So the
Right?
maintenance will be on the part of the owner. So it's best na if there are visitors, so at the end of the day, it's best to clean the door
Mhm.
station, which is siya talaga yung totally na nagagamit since yung mga visitors is they're always pressing that unit. So it's
Right.
best to maintain the door station for sanitation and for cleanliness.
Okay, then at least it's safe to like wipe it. It will not corrode or
Well, it does not have an ingress protection level that much, so it's best to be installed on the area where hindi siya masyadong mababasa. So kung medyo wala tayong gate, so we can build like a small yung parang ginagawa ng iba sa mga doorbell. So naglalagay lang sila ng konting para lang hindi siya mabasa, konting
shield.
parang
Yeah.
bubong, parang konting space
Yes.
for the door station.
Okay.
So we can use it to for the safety of course of our device.
All right.
Para mas ma-prolong natin yung life.
Yes.
So moving forward, so it has one amazing feature which is the voice changer. So of course, we do not it's not all the time we are at home. So if we have kids, maybe some of our kids is naiiwan sa bahay and then the parents is going outside to do some chores or errands. So there might be cases na merong mga masasamang loob. So then they can check if may tao ba sa loob or wala. So if bata yung nakasagot sa doorbell, so baka lumakas ang loob nila na they can enter the premise. So but with this voice changer, so you can change your voice into an adult male voice. So pag narinig yun ng kausap mo, so kung hindi mo siya kilala o di ka niya kilala, so magkakaroon siya maybe ng second thought. So it adds protection for the family, for your home.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome feature.
Yes, that's a very good feature. And another thing is it supports electric lock release. So with a press of a single button, you can open the door or you can open your gate. So if you know the visitor, so you don't have to go down your house to go out your house and open the gate or open the door. So if you have an electric door or electric gate, so you can always release the lock with a press of a single button for our convenience. And then, of course, for night, so it has built-in LEDs that will illuminate the face of the people near the door station, so giving us a clearer view of the person outdoors. So that is what VLSW274 offers to us. So we also have the entry level, which is the VLSV71. So the difference is it does not have the wireless handheld station. So it's just the door station and the main monitor unit. So it will be depending on the preference of our end users. So we have two options for the Panasonic intercom, and that's what Panasonic offers for our home applications. So moving forward, as what you have said a while ago, ma'am, so work from home setup is what we are doing right now. So it is adopted by a lot of businesses, a lot of industries. So hindi na nga po natin ma-define yung work as the place where we do our task, but it is defined na kung ano yung responsibility natin. So dahil sa pandemic, so almost every day work from home na yung mga tao po. So
Correct.
the problem here is we do not control the environment. So not like in the office, you can be on a closed room. So you have a quiet environment to do your task. But at home, so medyo marami tayong nagiging nakaka-affect sa ating work. So number one dyan is the noise. So this is where Poly enters. So Poly offers us the audio and video solutions for our work from home requirements. So meron po tayong Polystudio P series, and that is what we will highlight for today. So let's start with the Polystudio P5. So this is a entry-level webcam of Poly. So P means personal. So this is definitely for personal use, for perfect for work from home setup. So the P5, so aside from its full HD resolution, it also has a built-in microphone. So you can be seen at the same time. You can also be heard by the people nakasama mo dun sa virtual meeting. So it's a two-in-one device. So almost a complete solution na. So not just a webcam, but also a webcam with microphone for our virtual meetings. And Poly actually has bundled this to different types of headsets. So Poly has a wide range of headsets on their portfolio since this is yung talagang bread and butter ni Poly. So these are the P5 kits that Poly offers for us. So they offer the P5 with a Blackwire 3210, which is a wired headset that is also a mono headset. So if you want to have a stereo headset, then we can go with the P5 and the Blackwire 3225. Or if you want to move around the room while doing the virtual meeting, if you want to be more flexible, so P5 is also bundled to a wireless headset, which is the Voyager 4220 UC. And if you are not a fan of headset, so meron din tayong speakerphone na binandel, the P5 with the Polysync 20. So what's a yes?
A quick question. So if you, let's say the viewer right now, no, because there are corporate viewers, there are individual viewers. Is this something that they need to purchase in bulk, or pwedeng, just for their personal use at home?
Yes, actually they can purchase it for their personal use. So not totally in bulk. So they can always go to our partners to have these bundles.
All right, thank you. Looks good.
Yeah, so actually Poly has these amazing legendary techniques for their audio. So that's very helpful in canceling the noise. So if they want to experience more, to experience the best, so Poly has the Blackwire 8225, which is the top of the line wired headset by Poly with hybrid active noise cancelling. So it's not just a passive microphone, a passive noise cancelling microphone, but it has another 4 microphones built in around the headset to give you a more quiet ambience. And with the acoustic fence technology, so it will only capture your voice. It will block everything that is outside the acoustic fence range. So it is safe na talagang only your voice will be heard at the other end of the line. So lahat ng noise will be canceled, will be reduced. So that's 80 to 25.
No, this is really good, DJ, I think for the viewers right now, because even for me, right, I'm now also all of a sudden interested, so I'll ask you later more details about this. So it really blocks out other noise other than your voice. So when you're on a conference call or you're in a recording like this, right?
Yes.
It will only capture the voice, no background noise, right?
Yes po. So it will totally cancels, it will reduce and cancels other noises.
Awesome.
So that's the top of the line wired headset by Poly. So that's only wired. So Poly also has top of the line models for Voyager series and for Savvy. So there are a lot of headsets that Poly offers to us. But for now, I just want to share the Blackwire 8225 since that's what I'm using right now also. So moving forward, so let's go to the next level of the P series, which is the P15. So the P15 is a all-in-one video bar. So it's not just a webcam. So it is a camera combined with speaker and microphone into one unit. So everything you need for your video conferencing, for your virtual meeting is on a one single unit. So what's with the P15 is it has a 4K resolution. So the camera is very good. The image quality is very good, and it has an automatic camera framing. So automatic camera framing means whatever your position is in front of the camera, so you will always be perfectly framed in the middle, in the center. So you will always be at your best angle, every time you're in your video calls. That's automatic camera framing, and it's built in with the P15. So for its audio, it has noise block AI, which is one of the legendary audio technology of Poly. So noise block AI cancels uh, every noises, such as when you're typing a keyboard, when you're typing on a keyboard, or you're rustling on a paper, or even when you're eating a snacks, potato chips, something like that. So all of those types of noises will be blocked with this feature, the noise block AI. And of course, the acoustic fence technology is still there. So within a certain range, so the audio will only be captured within that specific area. That's acoustic fence technology. And all of this technology is within the single unit, which is the Polystudio P15. So lastly, from Poly, we have the Polystudio P21. So this P21 is a all-in-one monitor. So it has built-in camera, built-in speakers and microphone. And so it's just like an extension monitor for your virtual meeting. So for example, you can extend your display if you have a call. You can still do the multitasking if you have other tasks to do. The device has a full HD camera. We can see it in the middle. And then stereo speakers, 10 watts each, and a built-in microphone with a with passive noise reduction technology. And aside from that, it has built-in ambient lighting. So at the side of the monitor, meron po tayong ilaw na nakalagay doon. So it will illuminate your face, so you will be always look fresh every time you're on your virtual meeting. And at the stand, so there is a wireless charger also, so you can charge your smartphones just by putting it on the top of the stand of the Polystudio P21. So it has a 21-inch display. So this is the all-in-one monitor that Poly offers for our video conferencing needs. So that's what Poly offers to us for our work from home setup. So the P5, the P15, and P21, the complete all-in-one solution that will elevate our video conferencing experience. So this will really help us every time we're doing our task when we're working at home.
Thank you, DJ. This is really great. I think for those who are watching, maybe you weren't even aware that there are really technologies that makes work from home a lot more comfortable and convenient. Yes. For all of us that are working. So if you need to know more about these products that DJ just went through, please visit their website, VST_PH in Instagram, and then on Facebook, you can see them at VST And last, you can visit the website, VSTECS.com.ph for all of these, and they can assist and help you with whatever question that you may have. Is there anything else, sir, that we can share to our viewers today?
Yes, actually, we'll be moving to our next product line. So that's the last also on my part. So let's... Okay, so on the initial slide, so we have shown you an example of a work from home setup. So at the top, on the ceiling part, so we installed a camera there. So that is a C6N Wi-Fi security camera, which is an EasyVis camera. So this indoor camera is a pan tilt security camera. So it offers us a better and wider coverage angle, since we can pan and tilt the camera itself. So it has a full HD resolution, and it has a smart tracking feature. So every movement, it will track you. It will follow your movement as long as kaya nung pan and tilt function niya. So that's smart tracking. So it adds security for us. And it is also an instant intercom device. So it supports two-way talk So that this C6N Wi-Fi camera. So you can see the people inside your house and you can talk to them, you can communicate with them as well at the same time. So all of it is possible because all we need to do is to install the ECV's application to our mobile phone. So that's free to download. That's the software that is the partner of the C6N device. So actually all of the ECV's devices. So uh, once we have registered our account, we have created our account, and we have paired our account to our ECV's camera. So we can always check our C6N camera wherever we are, as long as there is an internet connection. So our viewing is always on our smartphone. So that gives us the feeling that we will always be seeing everything that's happening in our house. So we will never miss a moment. So actually, we can install it everywhere in the house, and you can see everybody, and you can talk with them since it also has two-way talk. So this is the C6N Wi-Fi security camera of ECVs that is very helpful for our home security. And lastly, for ECVs, we have an air purifier. So this adds security for us in terms of health. This protects us for harmful contaminants that causes allergic rhinitis or different allergic attacks, or even harmful bacteria, germs, and viruses. So uh, those are not visible to our naked eye, but we might inhale them. But if we have an air purifier installed in our home, so this device will will trap those harmful elements, will block them, and it will release cleaner and healthier air for us to breathe. So the ECV's UVC air purifier has a four-stage filtration system, three different filters, and the fourth stage is the UV light sanitation, where it will do the germicidal effect, where it will kill different bacteria, germs, and viruses. So that's how ECVs protects us in terms of security for monitoring and in terms of security for our health. That's all for ECVs.
Thank you, DJ. I think this is very timely again because we're at home, and because of the pandemic,
Yes.
you would want to really purify and sanitize your environment.
Yes, ma'am, definitely. So now I will be giving the floor to Sir Dan for the last products.
Hey Dan, welcome to ProsTalk.
All right. Hi, Miss Natalie.
Hello there. I can hear you. I thought that you did not have a mic. Okay. Sir, so you'll take us through the next
Yes.
product lines, right? But with that, just for the audience that may be just tuning in, Daniel, I just want to welcome them again to ProsTalk and to share that, ProsTalk is a free information webinars and features, so that anything that has to do with construction, home, and even investments in construction. So Daniel, welcome again to Buildy. So, sir,
Hi.
what product will you be discussing to our audience today?
All right. I will be discussing. I was tasked to discuss the APC Backup Features. So actually this is going to be just a two-slider presentation. Since this is the last solution for the home solution for this presentation. So shall I proceed, Miss Natalie?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, go ahead, sir.
All right. So so to complete the home solution, we have the APC Backup electric solution. So you might have a very smart home solution. You have all the security devices that you have inside your home. You have your CCTV cameras. You have your Polystudio, everything that fits with a work from home environment. Any devices that fits with the work from home environment, you might have all of it. But of course, how if the power goes out? Or how if there are fluctuations or surges or spikes come in dun sa ating feature or dun sa ating environment. So we
Correct.
have yes, we have the APC back UPS. So this is our UPS that we use for a home base or a home solution. We call it the APC back UPS. I think I already have shared on the past episode with the APC Smart UPS, which is designed for server storage and for data center or for warehouse purposes. But with this one, we have the APC back UPS. It is more designed and more fit with the home environment. So again, we have all the devices. We have the Polystudio, we have your computer with you, we have your CCTV cameras, but the question is how if there is going to be a downtime. So everything around the your smart home is going to be useless if there are no power available.
Power. Yes.
Yes. That is why we have to have, or we should invest rather, with a UPS. And for APC, we have to go with APC back UPS. So the APC back UPS, right, as stated here, is the perfect unit to protect your productivity, to make sure that you are going to continue working even the power goes out, or if there are any problems or any anomalies with regards with power. So the our APC back UPS is composed of different features. Number one would be the surge and spike arrest or surge protectors. So these are the one that protects you from sudden surge or fluctuation. For example, if there are lightning storm, or for example, you suddenly turned on your air conditioner. So some of you might experience that kapag nagbubukas tayo ng aircon, parang feeling na nagpa-fluctuate yung mga ilaw. So that is because of the inrush current. So to make sure that your devices are protected with such scenario, we have to make sure that we have a protecting device, and a UPS can suffice with that kind of scenario. The other one would be yung ating AVR, which is yung automatic voltage regulator. So this is the one that helps us stabilize or correct or adjust yung mga incoming voltage or incoming na kuryente sa ating mga bahay. So this is to make sure na hindi mako-corrupt or hindi madadamage yung ating mga IT equipment or yung mga light equipment natin na isasaksak natin sa ating UPS. By the way, na-mention kanina ni DJ na meron siyang air purifier, alright? So yun po yung mga hindi natin ina-allow. So just a tip yun po yung mga devices na hindi natin ina-allow sa ating UPS, kasi baka akalain nyo lahat ng devices na pwede natin isaksak sa ating UPS. That is a big no, because ang mga sinasaksak natin sa ating mga UPSs are yung mga IT equipment natin. For example, yung mga desktop, we have yung ating routers or modems, or yung NVR natin, or yung mga CCTV cameras. Anything na merong refrigerant or motors inside, or mga heating parts, no, yun po yung hindi ina-allow sa ating mga UPS. So just a tip for those who would like to invest with the UPS. No, baka kasi
Daniel, thank you so much. I think that's very helpful tip. I think for some, if you're thinking, because you mentioned the aircon, can they put that? Can they plug the aircon there, right?
Yes,
so
yes.
it's a regulator, but not for those type of equipment.
Yes,
for
definitely.
the IT equipment.
Yes, definitely. Right. Just another tip lang for those who would like to buy UPS, kasi minsan I just get an experience back then sa mga naging clients namin before that they invested a UPS for a gas stove, electric gas stove. Okay, so that is a big no. And may mga iba naman that they're using this for refrigerators dun sa mga small convenience store. So hindi po natin siya ina-allow for that kind of application. So
Hey Daniel, there is a question from our viewer.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't it support the motorized equipment?
Yes, okay. Yung ating po kasi UPS, okay, is built with hindi siya designed for such heavy equipment. There are yun nga, kasi 'di ba, hindi siya yung tipo ng UPS or tipo ng device that will protect everything, right? Meron tayong, I forget the quote, one fit, one product all of the solution will fit in there. So I forget the quote regarding that, or I forget the statement regarding that, but
no one size fit all solution.
yeah, I think yes, that's it. So yun po yung solution natin. Yun po yung gusto kong iparating, no. UPS is for IT equipment. So if you are going to invest for a backup protection for such application like yung mga motorized na mga equipment or yung mga refrigerators or mga electric gas stove, diyan na magfo-fall yung ating mga malaking AVR, and then kung gusto natin ng backup power, no, we should invest with a diesel generator instead of a UPS. So ganun po siya.
Right. The important thing is, because for instance, right, we've experienced this, Daniel, no? When we're like, for you and for me, right, when we're working at home and the power interrupts, you typically experience your Wi-Fi
Yes.
dropping as well, right? So
Yes.
even though there is connectivity, but because there's no power, you lose the connectivity.
Yes.
So Daniel, that with an APC backup UPS, if you connect this to your router,
Mhm.
kahit mag-brown out, meron ka pa rin internet.
Yes. Actually, you can enjoy interconnection up to 2 hours, no? Depending dun sa kung gaano kalaking konsumo ng kuryente ng mga routers. Pero for sure, malito naman na device yung ating mga modems or mga routers or yung ating interconnection kapag sinasaksak natin sa ating mga UPS. So, basically, pwedeng up to 2 hour or more yung ating experience, no? At least somehow, kapag meron tayong, for example, lang sa gabi, we still get in touch dun sa ating mga loved ones kahit mayroong power failure on your area. You're still connected to whatever news.
Daniel, I think there's so many people that can relate to this topic. So there's a couple more questions, sir, from the
Alright.
question here is, what is the certain wattage only that is specific for UPS support?
All right.
What's the wattage? Yes.
All right. For back UPS, yes, actually that is a very good question. For the back UPS, our minimum capacity that we have is 325 watts. All right, for those viewers who are asking. And for our maximum, we have a 2,200 VA. I think if I'm going to compute that one, for the wattage, I'm familiar with the wattage, but it is a 2,200 VA times, all right, up to 1,000 watts. 1,000 watts. Yes, that is our one of our highest wattage supported with our back UPS. So basically, that is a whole setup of a desktop already. So you have your monitor, you have your system unit, your CPU, and you have your interconnection. So you might also add up a printer, but usually it is one of the devices that we actually don't advise to plug in a UPS because printers are power hungry equipment. They also have motors inside, especially laser printers.
So the next question, sir, I hope you don't mind.
No, you go.
The
Go
question,
ahead.
sir, is how many devices can it support?
All right. So we have different models that can support up to 3 devices. So that is already fit for a one monitor, one system unit, and your internet connection. But for higher end or higher models, just like what is viewed here in our screen, which is the Back UPS Pro, this is our high-end Back UPS. It can support up to 8 devices, as long as the consumption of each devices is small, because 8 devices is going to be too much kapag, for example, masyadong malaki yung device. So we should always control yung ating ilalagay na load sa ating mga UPS just to make sure na hindi magkaroon ng overload.
I see. So if it is just, let's say, desktop,
Mhm.
CPU and Wi-Fi router,
Mhm.
3 devices, how long would that last? Is that still 2 hours? Or will
All
it
right.
reduce?
Mhm. All right. Usually, a UPS can actually last up to several minutes, not hour. Okay. Because the longevity of the runtime of a UPS is based on the consumption that you've used up in your UPS. So, for example, you have utilized almost all of the sockets of your UPS. Definitely, it will lessen. It will lessen the runtime of your UPS. So it can last up to 5 minutes or 10. So really depends on the power supply of your system unit and of your monitors.
All right. Thank you for that, Daniel. So again, for those that are watching us and you want to know more, very
Mhm.
specific to your requirement, how many monitors do you have, how many
Yes.
desktops, please go to vstecs.com.ph and they will be more than happy to answer your queries that suits the need of your work from home setup.
All right. And also, I would like to add up for our viewers that APC actually have a website or a web application rather that calculates what is the best suit UPS for your desktop environment or for your work from home environment. They have their own calculator.
Wow, so that's
Yes.
awesome. So
Mhm.
we will flash the website where they can go to
Mhm.
make an estimate.
Yes, yes. If ever there is still a time for that, I can show you after this presentation. If
Well, I think we
I
can make
may.
time. Yeah,
Yes,
Jake, we can make time. I
if
think
I
that would
may.
be great.
All
Thank
right,
you.
all right, all right. So, okay, before we move forward with the calculator that I am mentioning, um, we have this, all right, bundled already with our UPSS, which is the APC Powershot. All right, that's that. All right, APC Powershot Personal. So this is our bundled monitoring software in our UPSS. It is a software that is used to monitor your events, right, or your history or your audit trail, um, just to check what are the different status, like for example your runtime, if there are any power outage while you were not around your computer or your area. So everything will be recorded through the use of our PowerShoot software. So as you can see, that the name of our software is PowerShoot. So it came from the term parachute. All right. So if you're familiar with the parachute, it is like it's a cloth that is used when you are at the upper part, no? For example, nasa aircraft ka, no? Tapos kailangan mo ng tumalon na dun sa aircraft. Um, every time that you descend down, you descend slowly or gracefully. Hindi ka abrupt or suddenly na malalagdag kapag meron kang parachute. So same goes, the concept goes, it same goes with the parachute, no? Instead of having a an abrupt shutdown with your desktop or your IT devices, no, you still have time to back up your files, save your files, properly shut down your computer if there is a power outage or power failure. So this software is for free. It is already bundled with a UPS, and also if the bundled software is not compatible with your desktop PC, because sometimes um, APC does a lot of updates with their software. So just in case that you have a older generation of a desktop computer, you can still download a software that is compatible with the operating system that you have. So it is can be it can be found sa ating APC website um, of of that specific model. For example, all you have to search is yung part number nung or yung model nung binili mong UPS, and then search for a software that could be compatible with your operating system. All right. So aside dun sa ating monitoring feature, meron din po siya yung tinatawag nating na energy management features, wherein you can check kung paano ka makapag-save, ano yung mga devices na hindi masyadong ginagamit. You can check on that, and then para malaman mo rin, para hindi rin masyadong mataas yung konsumo sa kuryente, because our UPS, ang mga UPS din pala namin has a integrated energy saving mode or yung ating green mode, just to make sure na yun nga, hindi magiging mataas yung consume natin sa kuryente. Alright, so that is going to be the end of our home solution for APC products po.
No, thank you so much, Daniel. I think that's very, very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was really educated today. I did not
Yeah.
even know that there are now designed solutions for work from home.
Yes.
Everyone is just trying to make do, but this is fantastic because I think the solutions you just presented addresses real problems that most of us experience because of our power, or if not because of our telco scenario. So this is great. So Daniel, before we close this, I know you mentioned about the website where people can go
All right.
to calculate the UPS that they need, because I think that's very, very important for everyone that's working.
All right.
So I think we have 5 minutes, sir. Is that possible?
Yes, yes. It is actually very easy lang naman to utilize. Let me just share my screen once again.
And for those who are tuning in just now, thank you for looking up ProsTalk. We have Daniel Dayon from VST ECS, and he is about to show us how you can calculate your UPS requirement.
Yes. All right. So very easy. All you have to do is to open any web platform, Microsoft, Mozilla Firefox, Microsoft Edge, or any of your convenience. Currently, I'm using the Google Chrome, right? So all you have to do is search for apc.com, okay, and then if you're a first timer who will open this website, it will ask you kung anong country. First, you have to select Philippines. Okay, so for example, you're looking for a suitable UPS for your IT equipment or your desktop. All you have to do is to go to support. All right, support tab, and then go to product selectors. Okay, product selectors. And from that, it will ask kung anong type of selector you would prefer to open. First, we'll go to UPS selector. Right, UPS selector. After that, since nasa home solution tayo, punta tayo sa home office and small business, right? And then configure by load or configure by device. So if you have an idea kung ilan na yung power consumption ng device mo, you can configure by load. Pero for example, if you don't know, you can configure by device. So it can be gaming console, a monitor ba siya, or a television, PC, laptop. So for example, we have yung ating mga for example, a PC or laptop. So for the model, for example, I'm using a Lenovo ThinkCentre. So naka-integrated siya kung ilang maging consumption niya. For example, this one, 88 watts daw. So yes. So all you have to do is to add it up, right? So kung meron pa ibang device, add pa tayo. Ayan, pwede ba naman tayo mag-add? So for example, for the monitor, ayan, for example, I'm using an LED. Okay, so for LG, right, pwede tayo monitor size. So let's say medyo mayaman tayo. So 27 inches. Ayan. Alright. So add lang po tayo, for example.
Okay.
So mga isa lang. Alright.
No, this is very cool, Daniel,
Yes.
right?
Mm,
Yes. So I
yes.
think for those who are watching, very cool tips from Daniel Dayon of VST ECS. So for you, if you want to try this out, right?
Mm,
You're not gonna purchase anything, but this will give you an indication of the
mm.
kind of UPS that you need and what is the power consumption of
Yes,
your
yes,
devices.
yes, definitely. So if you're done selecting the preferred devices that you're going to add sa UPS system, press nyo lang yung continue, right? And it will already show you the different models of UPS. Right? So ayan. Alright. Even yung runtime niya, Miss Natalie, is going to be indicated. For example, doon sa binigay mong IT equipment, it will show you the total runtime available if ever nagkaroon ng power outage. So, doon sa devices that I have added, one monitor and yung ating PC, right?
Mhm.
So, it says here, for example, the best value, medium is yung best value, you're going to get 13 minutes of runtime using a 750 VA. UPS.
No, this is fantastic. This
Yes.
is good information to know.
All right. So sorry, I would like to add that. For example, you have a preferred runtime requirement. For example, you don't want to have a this kind of short runtime. So for example, you wanted to get more than 13 minutes. So you can type in 30, for example, 30 minutes. You wanted to make it longer. So apply it and it will give you a better models. For example, this one, right? So for this one, it says here that you need to upgrade your UPS from 750 to 2200 VA to achieve the runtime that you want for your devices. So it says here that you can achieve almost 46 minutes runtime.
Very,
Alright.
very helpful, Daniel. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you so
welcome.
much for this tip. And again, to those who are watching ProsTalk, I hope you've learned a lot from our VST ECS feature. They have wide range of products and services and support that will help your business, your small business, and for those that are working from home, for companies, this is really a great suite of solutions that you could choose from. So with that, Daniel, thank you again for
You're welcome, Miss Natalie.
joining us again and sharing all of these tips. Maraming salamat. And again, to those that have watched us, maraming salamat po for tuning in on ProsTalk. Thank you so much.
Thank you.